we knew George Mason was going to come in really confident and ready to play. They were undefeated, playing with a lot of confidence, really well coached. So, was disappointed, obviously, in our first half. I thought we came out flat. They had a lot more energy. I think when Brene picked up that second foul, that obviously changed things for us, not having her on the court. And just, 7 turnovers in that first quarter were kind of hard to stomach. But not always, is every game going to be pretty and flawless. I loved how we responded coming out of the locker room in the second half. That's who we are. Faith was huge. I thought she sparked that and got on the glass, so it was fearless getting to the rim. We needed that kind of scoring and rebounding. And then Emily came in, and she's been trending that way in practice on both ends of the floor. She gave us some really big minutes and played like the practices she's been putting under her belt. So some great things to be able to learn from.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Shai, let's start with you. You've talked before about that balance between when to be aggressive, looking for your own shot, when to distribute. Did at some point in that second half kind of kick in today where you said, okay, let's try to attack the basket a little bit and break down that little shimmy you gave us when you hit the ground after the end one?
I think, the biggest thing for us in the locker room was, we were taking quick shots. I mean, at halftime for us, we were taking quick shots in the first half. And it was important for us to go back to our game of attacking downhill and playing inside out. And then I'm starting to be able to decipher when to be aggressive and then when to start kicking the ball out. So I feel like that's beneficial for us. And then I thought they had a lot to say, and the shimmy felt good.
Emily, obviously playing a ton of minutes in the fourth there, I think the whole frame, and you've kind of been trending upwards, but I kind of want to ask for you, you're still only taking 2 3-point attempts on the year, haven't made one. How are you able to kind of still provide floor spacing on offense and really, you're attacking the glass well? What has been your mindset on that side of the ball?
I feel like, I've been told I do need to look to be more offensive, but my goal right now is to move for everybody, do what they need me to do, pass when it's open, move on offense, and just do whatever for the team.
Hey guys, hey Faith. So this season you've had some ups and downs so far, and you fought through it to get to this point. Last 2 games, put in some nice performances. So I just want to ask, what was your mentality through this process early in the season, these first 9 or so games?
Yeah, coming into the season, we're practicing a lot, but getting into games, we still have to get into the flow of things. I think for me, I kind of had a slow start, and I'm kind of trying to just have the mindset, leave everything out there. So I think for me, it's just trying to stay consistent, trying to stack the days, and just get better every single day.
Hey, guys. Hey, Shai. Curious, fourth quarter, 15 points, 9 for 11 from the free throw line. What did you see out there that made you kind of just attack the glass and draw those fouls?
I think it was our defensive intensity that led us to start being a little bit more aggressive, and I think just being able to get steals to Transo was big for us, and then kind of just taking what the defense was giving me, and then we wanted to pull away, so I just had to be a little bit more aggressive.
Third row on the left.
Hey guys, this could be for any of you. When Brene went out with a couple fouls early on, was there a change in the offensive strategy? Did you want to look to get more aggressive in the paint, or were you just looking for any open shots? What was kind of the approach when she went out on offense?
I can start if anyone wants to add. I think for Brene, when she got her second foul, I think more so defensively, we had to step it up because the past few games, Brene has really been our spark on defense, which leads to our offense. But obviously, Brene's a shooter, so that just spreading out the floor kind of had to change our mindset on offense. We had to drive, attack, kick, just get more flow. If anyone wants to add.
For any of you guys, what did you see with all the turnovers in the first half? Because from obviously a non-player perspective, it just felt like it was a little sped up, at all points. Was that how you guys felt? And then was it just okay, take a deep breath, slow down in the second? What changed?
I think what you're saying is correct. It was just a lot of back and forth, like, and I felt like George Mason did a good job in the first half of making us work the entire shot clock, and then we're going down taking shots within 10 seconds of ours, so it was just kind of going back and forth. I think we needed to know when to be like take those quick shots, and then when we needed to like just slow down and get into offense, and I think we did a much better job of that in the second half. And then also just going back to our transition game and getting out and running, I think we did a better job in the second half.
Okay, this one's for Faith. What was it kind of like you kind of taking over the game when you guys were getting closer and then taking the lead like in the third quarter? And
I think for me, it's just, I wouldn't say like the mindset of like taking over, just more of taking what the defense is giving me, trying to work hard. I mean, you see with Emily getting all these offensive rebounds, it just gives you the opportunity to get wide open layups. So when you start doing the little things, just rewards you.
This one's for Emily. So, most minutes you've played in the game so far in your collegiate career, 29 minutes out on the court. What was that experience like for you, just being out there for totality, maybe slowing the game down at times just because you're on the court for so long? So.
Yeah, I'll say in the beginning I definitely got tired and had to ask for a blow, but I'm working on controlling when I'm going full speed and then also taking a break or whatnot on defense. Not on defense, on offense. Because defense is nonstop. But I think overall I just need to work on my conditioning if I'm going to hopefully keep getting these minutes. But
What you doing?
But yeah. Oh yeah. I went crazy on that.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Brenda. First, is there any update on Bree?
I just know she fell and hit her lower back, so she couldn't return. So just waiting to see what, they haven't had anything.
Gotcha. Lower back, though, seems
Yep.
like. Gotcha. What was the message at halftime? Because I assume you were not particularly happy with some of the sloppy play early.
Yeah, I was really disappointed because we had been prepared that they were going to come in with a mentality that was going to be relentless, confident, and being undefeated. We thought we had sent that message pretty clear. So just the fact that we were outworked and out-hustled, so just kind of challenging us with our mentality to be better. I thought it was a terrific response after halftime. I think it said a lot, but we can't wait 20 minutes when we're in our, from tip to be ready to play.
Just curious, 19 points from Shy in the second half, and just setting a career high in both points and rebounds. What did you see from her, especially in the second half, where she just kind of like hit another level? And
Yeah, her stats are crazy because I thought she started really slow for us. I didn't think she was ready. I thought she sets the tone for us. So when she's not ready, we're not ready as a team. And then you look at the box and where she gets to, which is a credit to her. That consistency factor is where we need her to be for 40. But, credit to her. She put her head down and started being really aggressive. And again, we needed every one of those points. The fouls, she drew 11 fouls and had 13 boards. So really impressive game for having such a slow start.
Coach, entering Big Ten next, just kind of looking back, reflecting on your non-conference schedule, what did you learn most about your team these past few weeks, and how rewarding is it to be sitting at 6-3 now, considering where you got started?
Yeah, I would have changed the schedule a little bit in terms of it being too top heavy too early with the number of players we had coming in, but we can't fix that. I think our players now are resilient. They've been on the road in top 10 programs. They've, been behind. They've had to come back in games like today. So clearly you see our hand continues to keep being dealt in different ways. You have no Emma anymore, no Lav, for the next couple weeks. Goes down. So just have to find different ways. And I thought they were resilient, which should help us as we go into conference play.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the win, but want to ask you a little bit about three-point shooting today. So 2 players on your team made a 3. 4 players on your team didn't even attempt a 3 today. So in general, moving forward in these intense conference games with players who have very good three-point field goal percentage and teams that have very good three-point field goal percentage. What are you going to do to look to improve looks? But obviously, Renee had a performance from three, but besides just her, what are you going to do to get the whole team involved?
Yeah, well, you kind of are who you are. We've known that coming into the season, so we got to keep Brene on the floor. She spaces the floor for us. Allie can shoot the three. We've got to get Allie more minutes to be able to help us on both ends of the floor because. Not everyone's obviously a three-point shooter for us. And if they're not, you got to find other ways to draw fouls and get to the free throw line and then find your shooters that you are. Every team's every year going to be built differently. So this team is definitely built differently and just got to, like today, we needed every one of those 40 free throw attempts that we had. So we found a way when we weren't shooting the ball, and that's how you have to understand, just every game's going to be different.
Just a couple questions for you, Coach. I know, last game obviously blowout win, but one of the concerns I think you had was the offensive rebounding in Niagara, and then in this game, George Mason grabs 15 of them. I thought it obviously was better in the second half, but was it a lack of boxing out? Was it just they kind of, wanted it more as subjective? But what did you see that allowed them to kind of have that?
I thought they wanted it more. I thought they were quicker to everything. You saw us in the first half miss layups, miss box outs, turnovers, unforced turnovers. It wasn't from their pressure. It's just us throwing the ball all over the place. So. Again, area that we've got to be able to lock in for. We don't have the luxury to give up so many possessions and against great teams, be in them. So, a lot of things for us to continue to tighten up on.
And then the defense, the third quarter, I thought the defense was the best it's been all game, and, in a while. Was it just that intensity coming out of the break you felt they ratcheted it up, or was there anything specific you changed game plan-wise?
I thought our effort and our energy went up. I thought we were a lot more locked in on the defensive end. And, again, I think that's the challenge. We should be there for 40 because that's a decision and that's a mentality that you can bring every game out.
Hey, Coach. It felt like George Mason had a lot of success in the first half shooting from three, and then in the second half you were able to hold them to just 2 for 8. Can you talk about how your team was able to defend the perimeter really well in the second half?
We kept stressing in the first half. We were able to stress it at halftime. Obviously, number 0 had a career high and was really benefited from that and being able to lock in a little bit more on her, but. Definitely, I thought our awareness and our mentality was greater in the second half.